Digging through his childhood memory bank, he finally tracked down Dad's address, but just as he was about to knock, he hesitated. On the way back, he heard a familiar voice. Who would have thought he'd run into Dad here? When Dad saw him, he froze, waved weakly, then remembered, I have a son, and hugged him tightly. It turned out Dad didn't know Mom had passed until later, and they couldn't find Jiutai. Even the police gave up. Dad wouldn't quit and headed to Xiaofeng's school next day. He bragged about finding his dad, thinking he was about to return to life as a normal person. But inside, Jiutai was a mixed bag of emotions, and that night he found himself back at Colourful Street. Meanwhile, Xingqi had grown impatient. Jiutai's books were scattered everywhere. With Jiutai's comings and goings, Xingqi needed a good excuse. Jiutai didn't hold back, spilling the beans on everything, including his shock about finding his dad. Jiutai vowed to reclaim the human world, and as Xingqi tried to stop him, Jiutai shoved him down. After that, he prepared to leave Colourful Street. Jiutai didn't show next day, making Xingqi furious and delaying his morning workout. Plus, the final day was approaching, deflating Xingqi's morale. After all, they had lived together for 8 years like father and son. Jiutai's sudden departure hit Xingqi like a ton of bricks. Meanwhile, Jiutai's dad was busy prepping a feast fit for royalty. He aimed to forget the past and start fresh, but Jiutai abruptly halted his steps. He was totally mystified by the concept of starting anew. Pretending to know he knew nothing, then turned and walked in the opposite direction. Dad, missing Jiutai's growth, feels guilty and tries to make up for lost time. Meanwhile, Jiutai's mind kept flashing back to Xingqi, who he didn't want to acknowledge, yet deep down he already thought of as a father. The intricate emotions shared between the two continued to bounce around inside him, unsettling him. At that moment, he saw the younger version of himself, as darkness gnawed at his heart, making him feel like a monster in a fit of rage. Caught by surprise, Xiaofeng wasn't scared, but understood Jiutai. He gifted Jiutai his precious red string. He hoped to bring Jiutai good fortune. Colourful Street was the next day, but Jiutai was clueless until he learned from Erling. There was the big showdown for selecting the new master, and the venue was packed with eager spectators. Everyone wanted to witness the new master's emergence. Thanks to Jiutai, Xingqi gained many supporters, but still lacked confidence. The rules were still the same: knock your opponent down, and if they can't get up in 10 seconds, they lose. The match kicked off, and Xingqi transformed into his bear king. While he gained power, his stamina tanked quickly, and this reckless fighting style left the monkey feeling helpless. Facing Xingqi's assault, Pig King was completely at ease, just as he had predicted. Xingqi quickly ran out of steam, and Pig King charged right at him. He slammed right into Xingqi. Pig King wasn't reckless like Xingqi. His tactics were thought out to perfection. The audience saw the outcome of the match coming a mile away. In no time, Xingqi was on the ground, and the countdown began. Jiutai couldn't hold back and stood up. Everyone immediately recognized him as Xingqi's foremost disciple. Even so, Jiutai didn't refrain from teasing and unleashed his classic opening line with a hint of sarcasm. Tough luck, bully boy, you'd better watch out. Can't even recognize me? Seriously, stop joking around and get it together. Even as they verbally sparred back and forth, Jiutai's presence revitalized Xingqi with newfound courage. He wanted to show off for his son. With that, Xingqi unleashed tremendous power, and the atmosphere shifted to an exciting frenzy. He quickly grabbed his weapon, determined to win the match. Upon seeing this, Pig King knew he couldn't let his guard down. He definitely underestimated Xingqi, and at the same time, Jiutai started mimicking Xingqi's moves. Xingqi unconsciously smiled, realizing they shared a look from all that training together. The Master Jai of Lin Country couldn't help but sigh at how Xingqi had reached a state of pure focus. Oops, unfortunately, the match came to an end on the failure at Pig King Mountain. Everyone watched the new master's birth, and Xingqi went up to Jiutai for a high five to celebrate their victory. All the romance of manly bonding. Just as they were basking in victory, out of nowhere, Xingqi was pierced by a sword. It turned out Dolan couldn't handle the reality of his dad's defeat. In Xiaofeng's eyes, Jiutai's expression went intense. Darkness spread within him, threatening to take control, but then he spotted the red string from Xiaofeng, sparking clarity within. Meanwhile, Dalang was consumed by darkness, suddenly vanishing. Luckily, Xinqi's strong physique saved him from fatal injury. Later, Pig King confessed everything, revealing that years ago he had gone to the human world. As he left, he heard a baby crying and was moved to action. He knew Colourful Street was off limits, but thought raising one himself would be fine. Turns out, he overestimated his capabilities. Dalang had always idolized his father, wanting to grow up with a strong nose and sharp teeth, and Pig King believed that day would come. But as time went by, Dalang began doubting himself, allowing darkness to grow within, intensified by Colourful Street's environment. This led to such developments, and Pig King's family had long regarded Dalang as one of their own. Regardless of the outcome, they had accepted. Jiutai, overheard outside, grabbed his sword to leave. Pighead thought revenge, donned a fierce expression. This was the first time Head been furious in years. To him, revenge wouldn't solve anything, but Jiutai still had to go. Only this time, it wasn't. Dalang was just like him, and he had escaped the shadows thanks to everyone's support, so he couldn't just ignore him now. Those words melted the monkey's heart. He was harsh-tongued but soft-hearted, struggling to hide his emotions in crucial moments, and after gaining family approval, Jiutai felt an inexplicable surge of courage welling up within him, ready and prepared to face whatever comes his way. Be it rain or shine, he was busy taking care of his life.